We were in Louisville, Kentucky for Smackdown live. And I'm telling you right now, it's really unhealthy for me to just do this in one day. So, SmackDown was trash. Not only are they inconsistent in, actually shipping out their talent, because somehow they just distributed the heavy machineries on SmackDown, but never displayed them on. This is why the draft was necessary. We don't give a fuck about looking up the results on Raw, on the WWE.com website. And now we just got an impromptu main event involving Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship twice in the main event of SmackDown and Raw without the Universal Champion even displaying his appearance on SmackDown to show the little brand split wild card bullshit that they just have an excuse to just have the bigger stars feud with the bigger stars. Not only did they overshadow the Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, EC3, Drew McIntyre, all deserve title shots in their own individual brand. Nakamura, Kofi Kingston didn't even give a fact that he still has to defend his title against Kevin Owens, and somebody would just take that away from him at any cost. He couldn't even have a tag team match involving Xavier Woods and Styles and Zayn from Raw to represent both brands for bragging right purposes. So he literally defended his belt just for the fuck of it because he's babyface. And now he's super strong because he defended it twice and won clean. Fucking clean! What happens when he gets overpowered by Kevin Owens? He's facing off against a former WWE champion that I think broke JBL's record for the longest reign on SmackDown as WWE champion. Or nearly was close. Styles had a lengthy reign back in 2018. Then it was shitty. Next up was Mustafa Ali's promo saying that you have to reach for the light to grab. You have no character. He wants to bring all these inspirational 205 Live promos, but no character. Then he had a match against Andrade, just showing some flippy dippy stuff until Randy Orton came out of nowhere and attacked Mustafa Ali, gave him a pop up RKO, and then then a top turnbuckle RKO coming off of Andrade, even though they tagged the last week. So literally, I didn't care about this segment. I understand these guys are in the Money in the Bank ladder match, so every man for themselves and crap. Nobody wants to show alliances. Nobody wants to do anything. So they just had an impromptu match. Next up was Shane McMahon, noticing that the SmackDown Tag Team titles, the most irrelevant belts in the damn show next to the Raw Tag Team titles, have been vacant after Jeff Hardy's injury after Lars Sullivan a few weeks prior. So he rewarded them to Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan that are not notable for tag teams and have basically nearly lost every match. And yet he's rewarded even though this guy lost the WWE Championship just the night prior. How the fuck are you just rewarding this? When was Mr. Daniel Bryan even affiliated with the McMahons that much, other than what happened before WrestleMania? So, all I'm getting from this bullshit is heels are going to be heels and they're going to be friends no matter what happens. So, the Usos came out representing Raw, and people are like, oh, what happened? The Usos are on Raw? Sami Zayn's on Raw. AJ Styles is not on Raw. Why are they here? When people obviously can keep track of what happened just under 24 fucking hours ago, that Vince said at least 4 recipients are allowed to come from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown. The same thing for Raw, too. But you had the Usos, that's 2 people. Sami Zayn and AJ Styles, that's 4 people in total. And Miz from Raw now. Miz ain't even feuding with somebody on Raw because they want to continue the feud with Shane and Miz on from SmackDown before the shakeup. So what the fuck was the point of this? Just to make a wild card. If you didn't care about the fucking brands, you didn't care about the fucking brand. and they already issued that Becky Lynch has to defend her title twice. They're both unified. Don't you want to hold both belts? What's the bragging rights here? Wouldn't Charlotte be more egocentric that, hey, I'm the queen. I want both belts because I want to be queen of the fucking WWE, not just a queen of SmackDown. What the fuck is wrong with you? What logic is this? What logic is this? This Money in the Bank pay-per-view is going to be trash like this show. Next up was involving The Miz attacking Shane after a pretty good match involving the Usos. It was really amazing. I would go back to watch only the triple threat match in the main event and the Miz and Shane because it was just the Usos playing Young Buck. They were just being the Polynesian Young Bucks, kicking the shit out of everybody in the damn show. Eric Rowan had some pretty good spots, a good enziguri, selling off the shoulder for a roll up from the U-Bell lock because now Daniel Bryan's heel, so they call it the U-Bell lock, even though he's babyface when he used a U-Bell lock. But, I don't care. Whatever. It was a pretty good match. It ended off a reversal, a good counter off a super kick, and then a claw hold for a choke slam. It's over 1, 2, 3. Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan are the newest tag team championships after the Hardys relinquished it from injury purposes. Next up was involving Shane McMahon trying to display the Money in the Bank ladder matches for both the women's and the men's, even though you could have done this just the next week. But this was just an excuse to have Shane play second, just get the 50-50 chance of kicking the shit out of the Miz, because the non-wrestler is always supposed to have the upper hand over a wrestler, physically, and plus Shane brung the B team up, because the B team are always the best jobbers. I mean, the best bodyguards for Shane McMahon, obviously. Just the best bodyguards. It's not like you could have just hired the heavy machinery or just brung back Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan to just kick the shit out of Miz for you. But he just wanted to pay back just to slap him with, can you at least hit him in the gut with a chair? Hit him in the knee. Do something to make sure he doesn't use any of his notable attacks. Or hit him in the fucking head. Just have him do this. It looks fake, but at least it looks like it's gonna hurt. I get it. You don't want to do headshots anymore. It's strictly illegal. I understand that crap. That crap I don't want to see a wrestler go through, and he doesn't get to normally function again, and maybe have some mental, psychological problems, or he just can't walk anymore. And I don't want that. But this won't hurt. It's protecting your face. It's gonna hurt. You're still gonna hear the sound of the chair. It's not gonna hurt, and plus it shows how dangerous Shane McMahon is. I remember the leaping chair shot he hit on somebody. That crap got me laughing, but it was dangerous as hell. So he just had Shane McMahon. It was just Shane and the B team beating the shit out of Miz, and Elias didn't even come out. I thought he was affiliated with Shane, but no, I think he's only there for Roman Reigns, just for Elias to have a pay-per-view match, so that was pointless. And this was just a week ago. Next up was involving Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Carmella and Ember Moon. What happened? Well, you know what happened, kids. I don't give a fuck, because after the little title match that Mandy Rose had and Sonya Deville kind of sabotaged off the apron incident, it kind of sabotaged Mandy Rose maybe one chance becoming WWE Women's Champion before some WrestleMania. Back at Fastlane, they're still friends over all this crap. Kind of sabotage your friend's only chance in becoming women's champion. And what does that happen? She takes the bullet off a suicide dive. I think that was coming from Ember Moon. There's a botch in Hurricane Rana coming from Carmella, and it just ended up with a face bomb or the glam slam, whatever you want to call it, from Mandy Rose to just get the 1, 2, 3 And Mandy Rose can hit some good high knees. I think she's the best high knees in the damn women's division. Only person I know that can do it well in the women's division so far. It's a decent match, even though it was pretty weak. Pretty weak. Next up was the main event. It was a triple threat match with the second title defense of Kofi Kingston. I would understand if he had to defend his title a couple times if he didn't have a opponent yet for the pay-per-view. But that's weeks before. It's like when there was like 4 weeks remaining of Money in the Bank. We have now a week remaining. Why defend your title twice in 2 days? What is this supposed to display of Kofi Kingston, that he's resilient? But it was a good match. It was a good match. I'll give it that. It was a good match. I'll give Smackdown that they had some good wrestling matches. Because AJ Styles had some good, decent reversals off a Pele kick. Then we had a Hurricane Rana psyched out. A good counter by Sami Zayn for a sit-down power bomb, then a Blue Thunder bomb straight from Sami Zayn. Just playing full-on heel tactics and trying to cancel out any airborne moves. Then the haluva kick he was about to hit until Trouble in Paradise. There's a good spot involving AJ Styles trying to go for the moonsault, then inverted DDT. Then Kofi Kingston came and then hit an SOS so we can just have a double move play so Kofi Kingston to have the upper hand. It was a pretty insensitive match, having got 3 guys from maybe like 3 years ago. They could have been fighting for the United States Championship in this entire match, but this is for the WWE title. Where Sami Zayn is just displayed as a complaining whiner heel, complaining to the fans and not earning an opportunity at all. AJ Styles is already has a world championship opportunity on the pay-per-view, no less, and Kofi Kingston has to defend that title against Kevin Owens in the main event. I mean, at Money in the Bank. So what's the point of this? This to show Kofi Kingston's resilient? This is completely retarded. This show gets a 4 out of 10 for at least piquing my interest with 2 good wrestling matches, and the rest is complete filler motive. This was a really weak SmackDown. I gotta give it that, bro. I have to give it that. It was a weak SmackDown. Other than the 2 good matches, nothing can do it for me. We have a week remaining. No storylines incentive. We don't get much interesting promos. This was just a moment for just a bit of talk shit and a bit of I'm gonna beat your ass a bit, and plus 2 decent matches that got me intrigued. No storytelling off Kofi Kingston. 2 of these guys are already in important stuff to do. Sami Zayn's just a mid-carder in a title match that he has not earned, yet the cohesiveness of this little brand wild card shit is just an excuse for these guys to just wrestle, because obviously Mr. McMahon has no reliance on the rest of his fucking talent that he had from Ring of Honor, New Japan, or his own developmental system that ain't doing shit for him. And wasting money, wasting contracts, and wasting their lives and expectations on what they want to do to excel in their careers. Nigga, this is why I'm pissed. This is why wrestling fans are pissed. WWE fans are pissed because they like these guys when they see them in these scenes. They know that they have potential to grow as a character, grow as a wrestler, and see them all the way. And now they see them in WWE. And look at that. The War Raiders are called now Viking Raiders, and they've previously been called fucking Viking Experience. EC3 is now a irrelevant jobber. And Kofi Kingston is WWE champion other than Drew McIntyre that have a redeemable road back into WWE. And Kevin Owens just hasn't done shit for the last several months. And this brand split is trash. Thank you for watching. I'm really grateful, especially for the person who typed "I like potatoes" on the last goddamn video. That was funny as hell. I don't know why you would type that, but I wish I knew your name so I can shout you out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.